All right, welcome in, gang. Happy Tuesday. That kind of feels like a Monday, but it's actually Tuesday. So that means we're already ahead of the game, and we're just getting started for the week. I'm A-Bomb, your host for Coast to Coast, and tonight's Braves game features the Washington Nationals at the Atlanta Braves. Braves coming off a spectacular road trip where they went 5-2, including a couple of teams that we don't usually do very well against on the road. That's San Francisco and St. Louis. And welcome in, Gibby. I'm right here, right now. And this game is getting set to begin. And we've got a good pitching matchup. It's Strasburg against Max Fried. Strasburg with a 4-3 record for the Nationals and bringing in a 3.25 ERA. He will go for Washington, and for Atlanta tonight, it's Max Fried, 7-2 on the year with a 2.88 ERA. Just having a great year is Max, and perhaps, it's probably too early to call him the ace, but if he keeps it up, then he will certainly be worthy of such a title. So the Braves come into tonight's play at 30-24, a game and a half behind the first place Phillies, and that's second place for the Braves. For Washington, they're not doing so well. In fact, their record is 22-32. They're 10 games under 500, and that puts them 9.5 games out of first behind the Phillies. So we're getting set to get this one underway. And yeah, it's at this point, we can argue whether Soroka should be the ace or Fried, but, it's just fun that they're both in that conversation. So here we go. It is Turner leading things off for Washington, and he looks at a ball. We're underway from SunTrust on a Tuesday night. Game time temperature 91 in Atlanta. It's now 1-1 to Turner. Tonight's game brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. 1-1 pitch. It finds its way into left field. It sneaks in for a base hit. Yeah, if it all comes down to who's got the bigger neck, if that's what we're using, then Soroka would certainly win that argument. It is definitely going to be hot there tonight, so we'll see how that affects the starters. There's a bunt, and Fried has only one play at first. Runner is out. Sacrifice successful, and Washington has a man on second with one out. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. Coming off that, No Braves yesterday, and as we mentioned on the last broadcast, that was the first time since 1985 that the Braves have not played on Memorial Day. Well, good to see Mathcar in here. Mathcar 1877 was busy watching the Coke 600 this weekend. And if you want a good wrap-up and breakdown of the Coca-Cola 600, go over to Mathcar 1877's YouTube channel. So here's Rendon. And he looks at the ball. It's 1-1. The Coca-Cola 600, it's a long enough race as it is. I happened to be at the 2005 Coke 600, and I remember it pretty well. They kept having problems with the track, and it kept like becoming unglued in little chunks of the track. And a pickoff move at second gets him. You never see that. Picked off at second base. Way to go, Fried. So there's 2 outs now and nobody on. But that 2005 Coca-Cola 600, they kept having to call red flags because they had to seal the track. Little chunks of the track kept kind of breaking off, and they were having a hell of a time getting that fixed. So anyway, there was a record number of cautions, like 22, and a couple of those were red flags. So that race went on for seemingly about 7 hours. All right, the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. I can't even remember who I think one of the Busch brothers won that 05 race, if I'm not mistaken. All right, here's the 1-2 to Rendon. Fouled away. Yeah, it was kind of tough to sit through. I mean, it's a cool race in one respect because you get to see daylight racing and nighttime racing in the same race, and so that's cool. And you know, of course, the track temperature changes, and that affects like the way the tires grip and all that. So that's cool. But yeah, by the time it was over, man, I was just ready to get the hell out of there. And it was hot. I mean, of course, it's always going to be hot. The 1-2 pitch is low. Rendon is batting .322. 2-2 pitch is swung on a miss. So he strikes him out. And he faces the minimum, even though a runner did get on base. Fried picked him off at second. So no score for Washington in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score in Atlanta on a Tuesday night. It's A-Bomb and Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. Steven Strasburg is 11-11 lifetime against the Braves with a 4.07 ERA. That's over 31 starts. He's got a 4-3 record this season with a 3.25 ERA to go with that. And so here's Acuna leading off. Takes the ball. Yeah, Washington's had it tough. Nobody really saw them going 10 games under 500. And they are without the services of one God, I forgot his name. Bryce Harper. They're without the services of Bryce Harper, but I don't think Bryce is doing too well for Philly either. And I haven't checked his numbers in a few days. But yeah, I love it when I check Bryce Harper's numbers, and I love seeing those numbers go south. That's what we want. Two-one pitch. Did it hit him? It did not. It's 3-1. The tricky triangle is next week. He must be talking about Pocono. And there's a base hit. Solid single to left field from Acuna, and he's on first with a single to lead off the Braves first. Dansby batting second, Freeman batting third, Donaldson batting cleanup, Markakis in the fifth spot, Riley batting sixth, McCann batting seventh, Ozzie in the eighth hole, and Max Fried pulling up the rear. And here's the pitch to Dansby. It's outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Dansby. Runner goes on the pitch, and he is in there safely. Stolen base from Acuna. That's his sixth steal of the year. The pitch was a strike, by the way. So it's 1-1 to Dansby. So that was Acuna's sixth stolen base. And, well, I was looking for his home run total, but it's either 10 or 11. Yeah, SunTrust, man. I had a great time. I was at the game about 10 days ago. That was Saturday night game, and we won on a walk-off home run by Freddie Freeman. And then I've already got tickets to go again. It is coming right up on June 13th. It is a Thursday, noon start. I like to get to at least one of those every year. Take a day off from work, go down to the ballpark, and then you're home by 4 o'clock. The Crusher is on board. And so Dansby has struck out. There's one out in the inning, and Acuna still on second. And Freddie Freeman steps in. RBI opportunity for him. Swings and misses. It's strike one. You know, Mathcar, I'm a lot older than you are, and I've still never caught a ball. And so what did I do? Well, a couple years ago, at the Braves' old stadium, they had a store in there where you could buy a game-used ball, like a foul ball that, you know, I guess a foul ball that never made it into the stands. So those balls they keep and either sell them to the public or use them the next day for batting practice. And so I bought a game-used ball for $10. I've got it somewhere. I'll have to look for that a little bit later. So yeah, I figured at some point, you know, once I got into my 40s and never caught a ball, I realized it was probably time to just buy one. I've come close to. I've had like a couple come real close to me, but you know, of all the games I've been to, and I was trying to count it out the other day, I've probably been to, I don't know, at least 100 games. Never gotten a ball. So Freeman is up with a 2-2 count and a runner on second. We need to get this runner in. And the pitch is fouled away. Pitch is fouled away again. Man, you know, this guy's been around for a while. Strasburg, I remember when he was a rookie and he was bringing the gas at like 98, 99. Looks like he's lost a few miles per hour off the fastball. It's still coming up there at 94. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. 2 outs. And that will bring up Donaldson. Thanks to everybody who helped us get over 100 subs. 100 subs. We passed that mark on Sunday, and now we've got our sights set on 200. Donaldson batting .260. And this one's bounced over to the third. There's a long throw to first. Donaldson does not get down the line very fast. We're wondering if he's hustling or if that's just his fast trot. We're not really sure. All right, so that's the end of the first inning. There is no score from Atlanta on a Tuesday night. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back. Check this out. Still have it upside down. But this is the $10, game used ball that I bought a few years ago. And there we go. Well, it's not focusing too well, but one thing that you could see if it was focused was that it's signed by the previous commissioner, Bud Selig. So we know this ball's at least, 4 or 5 years old because there's a new commissioner now. But hey, it's cool. I've got my own game-used Major League Baseball. And the 0-2 pitch to Soto is lined over to Donaldson at third. He puts it away. And, there is more of an effort to protect fans. You'll notice there's more netting than there's ever been before. And you know this because on a lot of the TV angles now, they're showing you a camera shot that's through a net. Whereas in the past, those shots had no obstructions. Now, once in a while, you'll get TV shots looking through a net. And then, of course, you'll have other fans that die either because they're drunk and they fall over the railing. There was that suicide at the Braves game several years ago where the guy jumped off intentionally. And then there was the guy, I think it was in Texas, where, who was that? Some former player, Hamilton, that was his name. Josh Hamilton tried to toss, an underhand toss to a guy in the stands. He ended up dying because he fell over the railing there too. So, the bottom line is when you go to a baseball game, make sure that your head is on a swivel and that you're paying attention to flying balls and the occasional bat that'll fly into the stands. I never have good enough seats to worry about a bat coming at me. You got to pay some high dollar, tickets for you. You got to spend a lot of money on those tickets for any seat where a bat could get you. So the 2-2 pitch to Kendrick with one out. It's way outside. Just a short 2-game series with Washington. Payoff pitch is base hit into center field. Yeah, Math Car, you're not quite old enough to drink a beer at a game, but, once you do reach that age, it's always a lot of fun. I think I remember the first time I had a beer at a ball game, my uncle bought it for me. I just turned 21. All right, so our old friend Kurt Suzuki is now playing for the Nationals, and he's having a pretty good year. 5 home runs for the catcher. Fouls away the first pitch. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Kurt Suzuki. Instead, the throw goes over to first. Nice to have a lively dugout discussion tonight. Keep it moving in the dugout. And the dugout, as always, brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Suzuki. A little bit high, 1-1. So another game against Washington tomorrow at 7:20 Eastern, and the Braves are off again Thursday. So they were off Monday and Thursday this week. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Suzuki. Outside. Here comes the 2-2. This one has popped up to third base. And there's Donaldson for out number 2. So Braves are off Thursday, and then Detroit comes to town Friday night at 7:20 Eastern. Yeah, you know, it's time to look at the standings now. A lot of people say you're not supposed to really pay much attention to the standings until Memorial Day, so it is now highly appropriate to check that out. And so Arizona is at 28 and 26, 8 games behind the Dodgers. And as we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, the Braves are in second place, 1.5 games behind the Phillies. Oh, yeah, that game Sunday night was great, man. That comeback. It was worth the whole 4 hours and 15 minutes of stream time to bring you that. Cardinals and Phillies are in a rain delay. And in the second inning, the Marlins and Giants are tied up at 1. And then tonight at 10 o'clock, the Mets and Dodgers get underway. Yeah, the Dodgers are having a big year. Currently the most wins in Major League Baseball with 36. In fact, they're tied with the Twins and the Astros for 36 wins. And so Dozier is up. He has a 2-2 count on him with 2 outs. Pitch is strike 3 called. Was a little bit high, but we'll take that one. So nothing doing for the Nationals in the second inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. We have no score in Atlanta on a Tuesday night. Markakis leads off the bottom of the second. He's batting .282. And wow, congratulations to the A's. Yeah, I didn't realize they're the hottest team right now with that 10-game winning streak. They are just, well, you know, even with that, even with the 10-game winning streak, they're still 6.5 games out of first behind Houston. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit low. Yeah, you know, Mexican, I saw that stat where, like, the rest of the league is 3 and 420 or whatever it is. Right, yeah, I did see that the other night. And so 2 of those were the Braves. All right. Some more great trivia from Mexican for Golovkin. Two pitches swung and a missed. All-Star voting is underway now. I just heard Chip Caray explaining it. Apparently, there's a little bit of a easier. It's easier now to vote. So, go check that out and vote for your favorite Braves. All right, here's Riley with nobody on and 1 out. Chris Bassett, I do not know who that is. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, apparently Chris Bassett is a contestant on Real Housewives of the Potomac. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same one. All right, so there's the pitch to Riley. It's 3-0 now. Riley had a big part in that comeback on Sunday night. He had a big base hit to keep the rally going. 3-0 pitch is right in there. Riley was taking all the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think you were talking about Real Housewives of the Potomac, but you never know. All right, so here is the payoff pitch to Riley. It's 3-2. That one's in there for a strike. Riley didn't really care too much for that call, even though actually that was actually a valid strike. Too close to take. And Mathcart's interesting that you just said that because rumor has it that the All-Star game will be in Atlanta in 2021. McCann pops up the pitch. And it's caught by first baseman Kendrick, and that'll do it for the Braves. In the second inning, nothing doing. And we have no score as we head to the third inning. It's A-Bomb with you. This is Coast to Coast. Thanks for being here on a Tuesday night, and we'll be right back with more baseball. And hell of a catch by Acuna. That was Robles lining out to center field. We're witnessing a discussion about some kind of new beer that's available at the Braves game, though, so they were actually talking about that when the play broke out. It's called Frenchie's Blues, and it's a beer named after Jeff Francoeur, and it's called Frenchie's Blues because it has hints of blueberry and a blueberry finish to this new craft beer. All right, so Strasburg is up now with one out. Oh yeah, SunTrust is great, man. As somebody who's went to a bunch of games at the previous stadium, Turner Field, I do miss the fact that you're not allowed to tailgate. That's just a minor inconvenience, and to Mathcar's point, it doesn't matter if you're not going to be tailgating if you're too young to drink anyway. So it doesn't matter to him. But for us older folks, you cannot tailgate anymore at the new place. Strasburg gets a hit to fall in. He's on first base. And the reason you can't tailgate is because they've got all these great restaurants and bars right outside the stadium, whereas at the old place they didn't have any of that. But yeah, man, it's a great venue. Everybody should go. Everybody should check it out. If you're a Braves fan, you should make the pilgrimage at least once to the new yard. No, I don't believe that I ever saw a video of the El Paso AAA team playing a prank on Frenchie. I will have to look that up. All right, so we've got runners on first and second with just one out. And here's Eaton. He had a sacrifice the last time up. And he pops one up foul, and that one is caught by Donaldson, out number 2. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second, and stepping into the batter's box is, wait for it, here's Rendon, batting third. He struck out last time up. Pitch is swung on and missed. Anthony Rendon, .320 average, 10 home runs, 31 RBIs on the year. The 0-1 pitch. Hit to second. Great play on the short hop by Ozzie. Throws on to first, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the third in Atlanta. There is no score. How about that? We'll be right back for more Braves baseball. Braves have won 12 out of the last 16 games. And here we are getting set for the bottom of the third inning. That is, we have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Ozzie, Fried, and Acuna. So here's Ozzie Albies leading off the bottom of the third. He's batting .267 and he takes a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Low. Here comes the 1-1. Ozzie swings and misses. Ozzie strikes out swinging. 1 out in the third. Strasburg, very efficient with his pitches so far. 34 pitches here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch to Max Fried is in there for a strike. Max is batting .118. Oh, 1 pitch is outside. One pitch is swung on and missed. The 1-2 pitch bounces up there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball outside corner. 2 outs. And Acuna steps in with nobody on and 2 out. Mathcard, this game is on Fox Sports South. And the pitch to Acuna is taken for a strike. So yeah, feel free to sync us up with your TV broadcast for your second screen. Pitch to Acuna is grounded to third. Throw to first is in plenty of time, and that's how the third inning ends. Nothing doing for the Braves in the third inning. We are scoreless as we head to the fourth inning on a Tuesday night. Thanks for being here. It's A-Bomb, and you are watching Coast to Coast. Stay right here. Nats lead off the top of the fourth with a single. And that's Soto on first. Kendrick steps in and takes strike one. All right, always good to see the Phillies losing. Thanks for that update. It's always good news. Kendrick fouls away the 0-1 pitch. It's 0-2. Kendrick has been around the big leagues. This is probably about his fifth team. And if you remember, he broke his foot or ankle one year, many years ago, when he hit a walk-off home run. And he strikes out here, by the way. But when he hit this walk-off home run a few years ago, he was coming around to celebrate, and he's jumping up and down at home plate, and he breaks his foot or his ankle in the process, and I want to say he missed about an entire year. One of the most bizarre injuries you'll ever hear about in baseball. So here's Kurt Suzuki again. He's batting .261, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs, and he was a great Brave for the past few years. Did a great job at catcher, and he gets a base hit here. Had a bunch of clutch home runs for the Braves over the past couple of years, and it looks like he's now doing the same thing except in a Nationals uni. So runners first and second, one out. Double play would be nice. And batting seventh is Dozier. He's 0 for 1. Takes a ball. One 0 pitch is a curveball at 73 for a strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Dozier. Swung and a missed at the high fastball. Out of the strike zone. One-two pitch to Dozier with one out. Oh, instead, he steps off. The 1-2 pitch fouled away. Out of play. Okay, so runners are on first and second. It's a 1-2 count to Dozier with one out. Here's that pitch from Fried. Swung and a miss, strike three. Sit down. Number 4 for Fried today. We're on the top of the fourth with no score. Washington 6 hits. So far, Atlanta with just 1. Victor Robles steps in the batter's box. He takes ball 1. So whether we're your second screen for you, if you're watching TV and you've got it synced up, or whether you're on the road, maybe you're trucking, and maybe you're in an area where you can't pick up your local affiliate, whatever it is, we appreciate you being along with us. And there's a base hit into right field. Runner coming around home. The throw is way off, and the Nationals take a 1-0 lead with 2 out. 2-out hit from Robles. So he made it all the way to second on the throw. So we now have got runners on second and third and 2 out. So Strasburg steps in with 2 outs and a couple of runners in scoring position. Strasburg has always been kind of a goofy looking dude. He's got that Abe Lincoln beard, you know, with no mustache, the beard with no mustache, plus man's got some ears. And, personal appearance smack, it's not really good. Nobody really always wants to hear that, but sometimes you got to point out the obvious. Strasburg looks, in fact, like he could be a direct descendant of Abe Lincoln. Well, he's got the Abe beard, and Abe had some big old ears himself. So, there might be some history there. Strasburg chops it over to the third, and throw over to first base by Donaldson is in time, and the side is retired, but not before Washington picks up a run. There is now a run on the board as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning in Atlanta. As the Nationals 1 and the Braves nothing. All right, so we're in the bottom of the fourth, and if we're talking about gruesome baseball injuries, you got to mention the name Dave Dravecky. This was a long time ago. This was back in the 80s, but Dave Dravecky came back from cancer. But he was on the mound. He was in a game throwing one night, and as he threw a pitch, he broke his arm simply because he was throwing the pitch. It turned out that his bone was weakened from the cancer. He ended up having to have his arm amputated, and now he's a motivational speaker. He goes around and he does motivational tours. He helps others who have had amputations, and he's just generally a good guy, motivational kind of guy. Dave Dravecky. It's out there on YouTube if you want to see it. I don't recommend it. And so here we are in the bottom of the fourth. And up steps Dansby Swanson to lead off the fourth. Pitch to Dansby. He's 0 for 1 today. It's fouled away. But that's got to be the most gruesome baseball injury ever, just because it happened in a game. He was pitching, and everybody in the ballpark could hear the snap of his arm as it broke, and he fell to the ground immediately. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low. The 1-1 pitch to Dansby. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. Strasburg pitching a great game so far. 44 pitches, and we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. He has been very economical with those 44. 1-2 is way outside. Two pitch is outside. Three-two pitch. Oh, he rung him up. Borderline pitch. 7th strikeout for Strasburg, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And here comes Freddie Freeman. Here's Freddie. 0 for 1, and the pitch to him is outside. Washington, 1 run on 7 hits. Atlanta, no runs, 1 hit. One-zero pitch is swung and a missed. Donaldson is on deck. Big time shift is on. We've got the extra outfielder, the beer league softball shift. That's what we're going to call this. For Freddie and Brian McCann, they both get the beer league softball shift. Braves play tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, first pitch. Freddie Freeman gets hit on the foot, and he's down at first base with 1 out. And so Donaldson steps in with a runner on. Go ahead and click on my info button. That's where you'll see the Bone Crushers channel. You can subscribe to his channel. I understand he will not be doing the game tomorrow. So I will most likely be right here doing the same thing that I'm doing right now. We'll see. Assuming I get off work in time and I feel like doing it, we'll do it. And we understand that the Bone Crusher has an appointment with 104.3 FM ESPN Radio in Panama City. So hopefully something good comes from that. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Donaldson instead to first. Runner back. One-zero pitch is fouled away. It's 1-2 to Donaldson. 1-1 with the runner going. It's fouled away. So Freddie was running on the pitch. That's a little bit rare. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Josh. Runner not going. This one is blooped into right field for a base hit. Little duck snort, and Freddie all the way to third base on that blooper. Way to go, Freddie, with the hustle. First and third, 1 out. And Markakis is the next batter. Donaldson just barely served that thing into right field. I mean, it barely made it past the infield. Freddie recognized what was going on right away, and he hauled ass all the way to third. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and here comes Markakis. First pitch is outside. The exit velo on that little blooper was 56 miles per hour. There's a base hit, and we are tied. Markakis drives in Freddie Freeman. For the Braves' first run of the day, it comes in the bottom of the 4th, and it's 1-1, and we're not over yet. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Nice piece of hitting by Markakis. Served it into center field, and that brings up Austin Riley. He struck out his first time up. He gets a base hit into center field. Let's see if that'll score a run. It does not. Everybody held up. So the bases are loaded. Austin Riley with another base hit. And we've got the bases full of Braves. 1 out, and McCann is due up. Riley got jammed on that one, and he still was able to connect. So pitching coach is out for a visit to the mound. Okay, that was wacky on the replay. Austin Riley actually hit the ball twice on one swing. So it kind of jammed him off the handle, and then it went about 3 inches down towards the end of the bat, and he hit it again. And welcome in Tesh Desai. We're glad to have you along. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your first name. You can let us know how that's, or how to say your name phonetically if you would like. So thanks for being here. Here is McCann. He's 0 for 1, and the bases are loaded. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we're not really being insensitive. A-Bomb is just a name that I acquired from some guys at work many years ago. My first name is Adrian, so that's A. And my last name is Bird, so there's the B. You know, it just was a nickname that worked. And so McCann puts one in the air, and that should be enough for a sac fly. It is enough, and it's 2-1 now. McCann with a sac fly. Donaldson scores, and it's 2-1 Braves. All right. So McCann coming through with a go-ahead RBI in the 4th inning. So runners now on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Ozzie Albies is due up, and we think he's probably going to be intentionally walked. And, in fact, he was intentionally walked, so bases are jammed. 2 outs, and the pitcher, Max Fried, is up. Tysish. Hey, welcome aboard, Tysish. Desai. And so it's a 1-0 count to Fried. Takes ball 1. Good cut on the 1-0, but he fouls it away. Oh, Tysish. All right, Tysish. Got it. Gotcha. Thanks so much. Yeah, you know, sometimes I need a little bit of help when it comes to pronunciation. So thanks for that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's outside. Just like contagious. All right, we got you now, brother. All right, so the 2-1 pitch to Fried. He puts it into play, and it's lined right to the third baseman. He hit that one on the nose, but right to the third sacker, and that'll do it for the Braves in the 4th. But not before we put up 2 runs and take the lead going into the 5th inning. It's A-Bomb with you. Our show's called Coast to Coast, and it will return right after this, except hold everything. Let's bring you some of the Jim Rome Show instead from earlier today.
All right, then. Welcome to the jungle. My name is Jim Rome. A tremendous Tuesday to you. It is a short week, and we got a lot to get done, so let's not waste any time with it. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. Nice to be back. Program brought to you by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Rocket Mortgage is with you every step of the way to provide a seamless mortgage experience. Welcome to the jungle. We are front loading. Coming up next segment, I've got Eddie Olczyk, NHL on NBC broadcaster, a Stanley Cup champ. Stanley Cup final is underway, and I thought that game last night went pretty much the way you'd expect. Boston Bruins had 11 days off. They had some rust to knock off. St. Louis was sharp, came out fast, jumped on them early, could not make that lead hold up, and they lose the opportunity to rip a game in the Stanley Cup Finals. So Eddie Olczyk joins me next segment. We talk about that. Coming up in hour number 2, Derek Dietrich, Reds second baseman. Also in hour number 2, a 10-year NBA vet, Ryan Hollins. So I've got all 3 of the interviews today in the first half of the program. If you want to take your shot, go ahead right now, 1-800-636-8686. I could get a phone call in here, 1-800-636-8686. Why is that so important? 24 days until the smack off. 24 days now. And remember, 24 days is not 24 shows. You are running out of time. Hit me up on Twitter at Jim Rome. And if you want to go old school, just email me at Rome, R-O-M-E, at haveatake.com. Where y'all at? What's going on? All right, so it's Tuesday, right? And Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend. So summer has officially started. The sports calendar is jammed. The Stanley Cup Finals started last night, as I mentioned. The NBA Finals start on Thursday. Cody Bellinger is embarrassing fools left and right. I've got thoughts on him a little bit later on. So there are a number of different places for me to start on this Tuesday after Memorial Day. But There's only one place where I'm actually going to start. And amazingly enough, once again, it's with the LA Lakers.
All right, Jim with a hot take on the Lakers.
Hey, let me preface this by saying this is...
We'll get back to that a little bit later. We are now in the top of the fifth. Braves up 2-1. Trey Turner steps in, and he takes a strike. .262 average, 2 home runs, and just 6 RBIs. The 1-1 popped up. Cunha goes back a few steps and puts it away for out number 1. Turner is retired in the top of the fifth. All right, so with 1 out, second place batter Eaton steps in. He takes ball 1. In fact, it grazed his arm, and he takes a base. First pitch grazed him on the elbow. So yeah, Tejas, glad to have you along. If it's your first time, we would love it if you subscribed. We're trying to make this thing go big. And the ultimate goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, because if you do, then you can accept donations from the general public with just a click of a button. So it can turn a hobby into a career. And there's a second pickoff of the night for Fried. This time he picks off the runner at first. He got the guy, excuse me, he got the runner at second earlier, picked off a guy from second base, which you never see. And then just now he picked off the runner on first. So nobody on and 2 out. And Rendon steps in. He takes a ball, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. It's 2-0 now to Rendon after that 76-mile-per-hour curveball. And he caught the guy on first leaning the wrong way. It didn't look like he was going to steal, but he was just kind of leaning the wrong way. The 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. We'll get you back to the Jim Rome Show between innings and his take on the Lakers. There's ball 4. So 2 outs. We have a runner on first. In the person of Rendon. Soto checks in. He is 1 for 2. Single in the 4th, and a run scored is Juan Soto, playing left field and batting 5th. Sorry, batting 4th. He is the cleanup man. Juan Soto has an 11-game hitting streak after that hit last time up. Ball is hit into shallow center. Acuna comes away with it. And nothing doing for Washington. So we go to the bottom of the fifth inning from SunTrust Park on a Tuesday night. Let's take you back to Jim Rome from earlier today. Compliments of CBS Sports Radio.
Not where I want to start. I do not want to start here. They have become such a train wreck that it's almost lazy to start with the Lakers. I mean, if I wanted to, I could crack open the mic every single day. I could open every single show by saying, damn, you see or hear what went down in El Segundo yesterday? And then just roll telephone calls for 3 hours. You know, maybe throw in a tweet or two from Magic, point out something stupid that the organization's done, and then call it a day. It would be easy. I could do it. In fact, I could do that, and then the show would do itself. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. And the only reason that I'm doing it right now, and when this first came up, when Magic quit Twitter, the only reason I'm doing it right now is he, at that time, was asked about an article that was allegedly being worked on at ESPN. Remember that? And this is what he had to say about that article at that time. Quote, they've been talking about that article for how many months? Laughs. Everybody run up. Oh, they writing an article. Okay, great. I'm going to say, why didn't you interview everybody at ESPN? You know how many times ESPN hired me? Twice. If I was doing something wrong to employees, disrespecting, you think they would have hired me twice? No. I know that article is not an accurate article. I can tell you that now. Now it's some disgruntled former Laker employees talking to reporters. Yeah, they gonna say what they gonna say because they wasn't doing their jobs. So, what is the person going to do? Point the finger bad about the person who fired them. I'm good. I'm a big boy. End of quote. Remember, that's what Magic said about that article that we'd all heard about that was supposed to drop. Well, Baxter Holmes of ESPN dropped an article today. Now, I don't know if it's the article, but it's an article. And it's north of 6,000 words. And pretty much none of those words are good for Tragic, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, or the Lakers. You know, it describes the reboot of the Lakers, the so-called Lakers 2.0.
All right, we'll stop that right there. We'll pick it up next break. Acuna leading off the bottom of the fifth inning. Braves are up 2-1. Acuna has an 0-2 count on him. And Fister Wilson, the Crusher man, says that he missed the Braves scoring. So it was an RBI single from Markakis. And then Brian McCann had a sac fly. And that was all in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-2 pitch swung and fouled away. Still 0-2. So that is how the Braves scored in the fourth. And that'll give us the opportunity to check scores around the NL East. And we'll get to that after the 0-2 pitch to Acuna. From Strasburg, here it is. In the dirt. And so the Cardinals have a one-run lead over the Phillies now. It's 3-2 Cardinals at the end of the third inning. That one is in Philadelphia tonight. And then we also have for you the Florida Marlins, now known as the Miami Marlins. They are up on the Giants 3-1 in the top of the fifth inning. And then the other game in the NL East happens at 10 o'clock tonight when the Mets and the Dodgers face off from Chavez Ravine. So there's your update brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And so Acuna is retired here in the bottom of the fifth, and now it's Dansby Swanson. Takes the ball way outside. Thanks for being here on a Tuesday night. It is a short work week. And things are going great at work right now. We've just instituted a new policy where between Memorial Day which was just this weekend or yesterday. So between yesterday and Labor Day, we get to wear casual Friday clothes all summer long. How about that? Jeans, tennis shoes, and polo shirts will be in order for the next 3 months. And so a 2-1 pitch is due to Dansby. He's 0 for 2. Here it is. Put on the ground over to short, and his counterpart throws him out. 2 outs. And here's Freddie Freeman. He scored a run. He got hit on the shoe, hit by a pitch, and scored a run on the single from Markakis. Freddie hits the first pitch foul. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Freddie. Jammed him, and he pops it up to the shortstop. There is out number 3. So quick, bottom of the 5th, we go to the 6th inning now. It's the Braves 2. It's the Nationals 1. And back to the Jim Rome Show we go from earlier today. Compliments of CBS Sports Radio.
As a complete disaster. Having read this piece, I can tell you it's pretty amazing. Like, I'm not sure I'd call it a sledgehammer because just about none of it's surprising. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's just that this pulls it all together. Like culture. We talk about this almost every single day on this show. Culture is the single biggest buzzword in all of sports right now. And according to multiple sources for the article, the Lakers, under Magic, had a culture of intimidation, bullying, fear, and incompetence to the point where multiple staffers had anxiety attacks. Like working for the Lakers was giving people panic attacks. Or to quote one former Lakers star, quote, "It's bleeping crazy over there." I mean, starting from the very first meeting with the employees, where Magic reportedly told them repeatedly he had, quote, 1,000, end quote, resumes sitting on his desk, and he could replace any of them at any time. One coaching staff member who was present said, quote, "It was shocking. If you're going to be in this business, you bring enough pressure on yourself. You don't need more pressure, especially from somebody who's supposed to be an ally," end quote. And allegedly, for Magic, that was just the start. According to one front office staffer, quote, "If you question him on anything, his response was always a threatening tone. He used intimidation and bullying as a way of showing authority," end quote. Oh, it's only a couple of paragraphs in. Only a couple of paragraphs in, we've already hit on intimidation and bullying. So Magic's claim that ESPN has hired him twice, which seemed really weird at the time, seems even dumber now. But not as weird as ESPN advertising that Magic is going to be on their finals coverage going forward. Put that aside for a minute. Like, it was a widely known fact, too, that Magic was not grinding the way that most front office personnel grind. Here's further evidence of that. According to Holmes, Johnson was, quote, "frequently absent, sometimes appearing only once a week or every two."
All right, Howie Kendrick leading things off in the top of the 6th. Thanks to Jim Rome. We'll get back to him later on. And it's now a 1-1 count on Howie Kendrick. He's 1 for 2. One pitch is swung on a miss. Strike 2. One-two pitch. Yeah, Fried's still in there. Fried is still pitching. And here's the 2-2 pitch from Fried to Kendrick. This one is hit down the left field line. It's going to go to the wall. It's going to be extra bases. So Kendrick leads off the 6th inning with a double. His 7th of the season, and he's on second with nobody out. And he represents the tying run for Washington. And Kurt Suzuki steps in. We know he's clutch from his time with the Braves, and in fact, he just proved it there. That is going to be a double down the right field line. We're tied. And what a clutch hit from Kurt Suzuki. 2 consecutive doubles. And we're tied at 2 in the top of the 6th. Nobody out. And Suzuki now on second. Well, I think Fried will be an all-star if he keeps it up. Freddie definitely deserves an all-star berth. Acuna, you know, depending on where he can get hot. And this ball is hit over to third, and Donaldson throws him out. So there's 1 out now. And the runner on second, Suzuki, advanced to third base. So Suzuki on third with just 1 out in a tie game. So a sac fly could bring him in. Yeah, Riley, you know, if Riley could, yeah, he's got a lot of work to do to make the All-Star game. But you never know how fans are. I mean, it's all really about fan voting. So if everybody in Atlanta stuffs the box, then he might get in there. And by the way, go ahead and vote. In fact, I'm going to have to check this out after the game tonight, but there's a new All-Star balloting system online that's supposed to be a lot easier. And so I will definitely go there after this game and see if I can stuff the ballot box. And I'm sure Riley's going to be a write-in candidate. And damn it, Fried just hit the batter. And so we've got runners on the corners with 1 out. That one got him on the arm. There was some kind of, he's got a little bit of body armor there, so maybe it didn't hurt too bad. And so with runners on the corners and 1 out, here is the pitcher, Strasburg. Looking more like Abe Lincoln every year. He's got the ears and the Abe Lincoln beard. And he shows bunt and takes a ball. Strasburg is batting 125 on the year with 1 RBI. But he had a single in this game, his last time up. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Instead over to first. He's already picked off 2 guys tonight. Double play would be key right here. Here's the 1-0. He's showing bunt again. He pops up the bunt. Foul. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's bunt and foul again. Fried's bringing the gas. That was 95 on the gun. If it's your first time here, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. We're slowly trying to work our way towards 1,000. We just hit a big milestone over the weekend. We're 10% there. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Strasburg. Instead, the throw over to first, runner back. There are 2 outs. I'm sorry, there's 1 out and a runner, or runners on the corners, that is. We're on the top of the 6th, just after 9 o'clock in Atlanta on a Tuesday night. And Strasburg showing bunt one more time. Let's see what he does. He fouls it away for the strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Fried. So that's a big break. And top of the order coming up for Washington. Fried has been pretty efficient with his pitches as well. Top of the 6th inning and only 76 pitches for Fried. We're tied at 2, and here is Turner, the leadoff man. He's 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch is outside at 95 miles an hour. So with 2 outs, here's the 1-0 pitch. Bounced up there. It's 2-0. Runners are on the corners. Good job by McCann. Blocking that one in the dirt, and now we've got a mound visit. So here's the 2-0 pitch with runners on the corners. Low. Ball 3. One more bad one, and the bases are loaded. Eaton is on deck with 2 outs for Washington. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. High. Bases are loaded with 2 outs, and Eaton stepping into the batter's box. And now here comes the pitching coach. Let's see what he has to say. We have Swarzak warming up in the bullpen. All right, so lefty on lefty. Pitching mound visit has been adjourned, and we're set to go. Eaton batting .271, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a sac bunt. And here's the pitch. Outside, nowhere to put him. It's 1-0. For the record, Eaton does have 1 career grand slam. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 1-1. Donaldson, Markakis, and Riley due up in the bottom of the 6th. Let's hope it's 2-2 when we get there. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. It's 2-1. The base is loaded. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. That would have been ball 3, but it's 2-2. On that 97-mile-an-hour high cheese. All right, so here we go. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's a 2-2 count to Eaton. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fouled away. We'll do it again. That was pitch number 85 for Fried. All right, here we go again. 2-2 with the bases loaded and 2 out. Fried kicks and fires. High, ball 3. And Tejas, yeah, Fried's curve is filthy. He's going with a fastball in this at bat a lot, though. Let's see what happens here on 3-2. Nowhere to put this guy. So the runners will be moving on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. The merry-go-round, and we'll do it again because he fouled it away. Phillies have taken the lead. It's 4-3 now over the Cardinals in the 4th inning. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Walk scores a run, and Washington up by 1. It's 3-2 Nationals, and immediately the human peanut comes out and signals for the pitching change. So we will take the Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen with the Braves tonight, and we'll be back, and let's hope we are able to avoid further damage when the relief pitcher comes in here. We're in the top of the 6th, 2 outs, and the bases are loaded. Anthony Swarzak is our new pitcher. And we just acquired this guy from Seattle recently, so I don't know a lot about him. But we are in the top of the 6th, bases loaded, 2 outs. And here's Rendon. He's 0 for 2, and he looks at ball 1. For the season, Rendon, .318, 10 home runs, 31 RBIs. He's the number 3 hitter for Washington. And that's ball 2. It's 2-0. So Fried, not his best game tonight. Let's hope we can earn him a no decision by making a comeback later on. And now it's 3-0 to Rendon. Damn. And so Swarzak kicks and fires. Ball 4. Not even close. It's 4-2 Nationals. Third run of the inning. Second consecutive walk with the bases jammed. And here comes Juan Soto. He is the 9th National to bat this inning. He singled in the 4th inning. He's batting .287, 8 home runs, 35 RBIs for the left fielder. And finally a strike. That run is charged to Fried. 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2. All right, big pitch here. We're still in this game. We're only down by 2. Bases loaded, and here's the 0-2 pitch. Low. We told you that the Phillies have taken the lead. It's 4-3 over the Cardinals there. And we've got first the 1-2 pitch. Bounces up there. Good stop by McCann. Also in the NL East, we have the Marlins all over San Francisco. It's 10-1 in Florida. And then the other game in the NL East takes place at 10:10, first pitch in about an hour from now. The Mets and the Dodgers will get it on from Chavez Ravine. There's your scoreboard update from the NL East, brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. And it's now a 2-2 count on Soto. Desperately need this out. Cannot allow any more runs to the Nationals. Yeah, let's hope the Cardinals can come back and win that one. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High. 3-2. Yet another merry-go-round pitch. It's 3-2. The bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. Everybody will run on this next pitch. Swarzak with the payoff pitch. Oh, he rings him up. The umpire hesitated for a second just to make it dramatic. But that is a strikeout indeed. So the Nationals send 9 men to the plate in the 6th inning. 3 of them come across to score. And the Nationals lead the Braves 4-2 as we now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. I am A-Bomb. Appreciate you so much for joining us. This is called Coast to Coast, and we will be back after this. All right, Donaldson's leading us off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Time for a rally. It's 4-2 Washington in the bottom of the 6th. And there is ball 1. It's 1-1 to Josh. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, let's hope the Phillies lose. That would be nice. Let's hope we win. Let's really hope we win. We can overcome a 2-run deficit. It's now 1-2 to Josh. Well, we don't even really need a rally. All we need to do is, I mean, 1 run is not a rally, right? So let's just score 1. We're not quite in rally monkey territory yet. We'll take 1 at a time. The 1-2 pitch is a little bit low. So Donaldson had that lucky bloop hit last time up, ended up scoring a run. 2-2 is fouled away. We'll do it again. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday night. It's dinner time on the East Coast. It is 6:22 on the West Coast. We're glad to have you no matter where you're from. Crusher's probably, he's either working on the honey-do list or he's making dinner. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to Donaldson. 9th strikeout for Strasburg. All right, so 1 out, bottom 6. And it's Markakis. Markakis is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Season average is .284. 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. It's 0-2 now on Markakis, and Strasburg is pitching a fine game tonight. Oh, 2 pitch. A little bit outside, but he's rung up. And that's the 10th strikeout for Strasburg. That brings up none other than Riley. Here's Austin Riley. Okay, Riley. Nobody on, 2 out. Bottom 6th. And there's a base hit for Riley. He's got 2 hits tonight. Second hit for Austin Riley. He still hasn't hit that slump. You know, at some point it's going to happen, right? At some point he's going to have a 0 for 15. But for now, he's on first base with 2 outs in the 6th. That brings up McCann. Come on, McCann. Let's do something here. McCann's 0 for 1. Looks at strike 1. McCann's average at .287, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. And the crazy shift is on. That one's fouled back. It's 0-2. It's the Beer League softball shift. With basically an extra shallow outfielder and then nobody at all covering anywhere near third base. Right. It's all about adjustments and readjustments, and then the pitcher's adjusting and then him adjusting back. So we know he's going to go through that. We saw the same thing. Anybody who remembers when Francoeur came up, this is very similar to what he was doing. But in fact, it seems like Francoeur was even hitting more home runs. He was hitting just home runs right and left on his call-up. And let's hope Riley has a more successful career than Francoeur. And McCann flies one to center. Easy play and nothing doing for the Braves in the 6th inning. So we go to the 7th in Atlanta. It's the Braves down by 2 runs to Washington. We'll be back with more baseball after this. All right, Tejas. Yeah, the Braves do need to start winning tonight. Let's win this game. I mean, we've done pretty well lately, right? I mean, we've won like 12 out of 16, so we're doing pretty good right now. But yeah, let's get greedy and win this one too. Swarzak is back in the top of the 7th. And Kendrick is batting. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a double. And he looks at a ball. It's a 1-1. Kendrick is the 5th place hitter for the Nationals. The 1-1 is hammered into the gap deep and out of here. Home run. Kendrick goes the other way with it. Solo home run, his 9th of the year, and it's 5-3 Nationals. Kendrick goes the other way with it. And he leads off with a home run, and Swarzak is not impressing me at all. As far as I know, this is the first time that I've seen him, I think. He was just dealt to Atlanta from Seattle over the last 10 days. And so Kurt Suzuki is 2 for 3, and he's up. We know how good Suzuki is from his time in Atlanta. Swarzak kicks and fires in the dirt. Yeah, you can't win them all. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's grounded over to short. Dansby, long throw, and he's out. It's Kevin Gossman starting tomorrow night for the Braves. Washington has yet to name their starter. That's a 7:20 Eastern start, and I'll probably be here for that. As long as I, get out of work on time and feel good, we'll bring it to you tomorrow night, right here. And so here's Brian Dozier. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. It's 5-2 Nationals, and they're strike one. Swarzak deals, and that's ball 2. Two one pitch is low. It's 3-1. Yeah, Swarzak has not gotten the job done tonight. I'm sure we got him for some really cheap deal, like maybe, I don't know, maybe some equipment plus a few bucks wired into the account. Hopefully it wasn't much more than that. Who was it? There was always this rumor that Kerry Lightenberg, and that's going back we're going back about 20 years, but there was a rumor that part of the deal that got him in was like a bunch of bats, like 100 baseball bats and some balls. So Swarzak is on the mound right now for Atlanta. A recent acquisition from the Seattle Mariners. I don't really know anything about him other than his numbers are not impressive and he's not pitching well tonight. Other than that, I really don't know much about him. And hopefully we won't, know much about him for much longer. This ball is hit to the warning track, and Riley grabs it about 1 foot in front of the wall. That's out number 2. And this is our first time seeing the Nationals this year, and they're in our division, so we're going to be seeing them a lot over the remainder of the season. Pitch to Robles is swung on a miss. He's 1 for 2. He's up with nobody on and 2 out. He's batting .245, 8 home runs and 20 ribbies. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Robles. Fouled away. It's 1-2 with 2 out. All right, so here comes the 1-2 pitch. Instead, the pitcher steps off the rubber. The 1-2 outside. Swarzak kicks and fires in the dirt. 3-2. Come on, man. Here's the pitch. Robles pops it up. And McCann throws away the mask and catches it. Barely in foul territory. So we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch in Atlanta. Another run scored by the Washington Nationals on the leadoff home run by Kendrick. So it's now 5-3 Nats, headed to the bottom of the 7th in Atlanta. We're back, and I know Crusher probably remembers the rumor that Kerry Lightenberg was, traded for some equipment or some kind of deal like that. And there's a fly ball to center field. Ozzie Albies is out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th for the Braves. Yes, the theme song to Night Court. Good ear there, Crusher. Whatever happened to Bull? Like, that guy should have gotten his own show. They should have come out with a show called just Bull. And so Matt Joyce is up there batting in the pitcher spot. So no more Swarzak. The 1-0 pitch is outside. Strasburg still in there in the bottom of the 7th. 93 pitches tonight, and he's pitched a gem. Let's hope we can ruin it for them. 2-0 pitch inside to McCann. It is 3-0. I'm sorry, inside to Joyce. Matt Joyce. And they've got a similar shift. When McCann is up there, it's the same kind of shift. They've got the 4th outfielder. It's the beer league shift. Softball. So Joyce ready for the 3-1. It's high ball 4, so 1 out walk to Matt Joyce, the pinch hitter. And that'll bring up Acuna. And now the bullpen gets a little bit busy for the Nationals. Yes, I am watching the game on Fox Sports Southeast here in Metro Atlanta on Charter Sewanee, whatever it is, channel lineup. First pitch to Acuna is hit to right field, and that's out number 2. Charter Cable Digital Package, Sewanee, Georgia. And yes, this is Fox Sports Southeast. And with 2 outs, it's Dansby Swanson. And so here we go. Come on, Dansby, let's do something. In the dirt. Guess who's on deck? Freddie Freeman. Here's the 1-0. Inside. He should have laid off that one, but he fouled it away. It's 1-1. If it's your first time here, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel. We're trying to go big. We're trying to get to 1,000. Not tonight. But we need to get to that critical subscriber base so we can start turning this into a career instead of a hobby. And the 1-1 pitch is swung and a missed. That was pitch number 100. And Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pitch number 101 is in the dirt. It's 2-2 on Dansby. Freddie Freeman on deck with 2 out. Here comes the 2-2. Did it hit him? It did not hit him, but it went all the way to the backstop. Did the runner advance to second? Apparently not, because it bounced really quick off the backstop. Here's the replay. If it got him at all, it might have nicked his uniform. Hard to tell. But the Braves are taking a look at this. Is this something that can be reviewed? Like whether a ball hits a guy or not? I don't know, man. I'm going to go ahead and say no, it did not hit him. I hope I'm wrong. So now we've got the review. Will there be enough evidence to overturn the call? It might have nicked a thread on his uniform, and that's where we are in 2019 now with instant replay. And I'm all for it if it goes the Braves' way here, but this is where we are. We're like reviewing to see if that ball might have nicked a stray thread on his uniform. And Crusher says, I missed your question. It was probably a question about Lightenberg. Do you remember when he was like traded for some equipment? We were talking about that. And the call stands on the review. It did not graze a thread on the uniform. So Dansby's back in there with a 3-2 count and a runner on first. And so we've got a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, so the runner on first will get a little bit of a head start. That is Matt Joyce on first, and here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on a miss from Dansby, strike 3. So we are through 7 innings. Nothing doing for the Braves there. It is still Washington 5, Atlanta 2. As we now head to the 8th inning in Atlanta on a Tuesday night. Thanks for being here. It is A-Bomb with you on the Tuesday night version of Coast to Coast. We shall return after this. We're in the 8th inning. And it's a new pitcher for Atlanta. It is Blevins. Haven't seen him in a couple weeks. I think he's been up and down to Gwinnett a couple of times in that last 2 weeks. The Braves bullpen is wearing out a path between SunTrust and Coolray Field near the Mall of Georgia, which is about approximately 40-minute drive in between the two. And so, the Braves AAA affiliate is so close. It may be the closest AAA affiliate to the parent club in all of baseball, with that 40-minute drive between the two. So Taylor is pinch hitting for Washington. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Blevins strikes out the first batter he sees, his first strikeout of the night. And we're expecting an announcement any day that the Braves will be hosting the 2021 All-Star Game. It's not official yet, but we'll let you know as soon as it is. And so leadoff man up for Washington, and he looks at a 55-mile-an-hour pitch that bounced up there. So Strasburg finally out of there after 103 pitches. He is in line for the win unless the Braves can come back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss. And we would love to come back because that would get Max Fried off the hook. If this score holds, then he will drop to 7-3 on the season. Blevins ready for the 1-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. This one is hammered foul. Long, noisy strike. Home run distance, and it's 1-2 on the batter. Here's the 1-2 pitch to leadoff man Trey Turner. Put on the ground over to Donaldson. Gets the throw off his knees. It bounces up there, and Freddie can't handle it. Would have been a great play if it worked. So Donaldson knew that this guy batting is fast. He had to get the throw off quickly from his knees, and it just didn't work out. If Freddie could have held on somehow, the runner would have been out, but that was quite a short hop that he had to deal with, and it scored a hit. Runner on first, top of the 8th, 1 out. And here is the batter for Washington. It is Eaton, who was 0 for 1 tonight with a sacrifice. Braves still want to hold the Nationals right where they are. A 3-run deficit is not too much for this offensive juggernaut to overcome. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Eaton. Instead, the throw goes to first. Runner back. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Instead, back over to first. Runner on first is known as a speedster. He could be going at any moment. One pitch with the runner going. He's safe, by the way, and that pitch was horrible. It almost hit the batter, but he got out of the way. It was so inside that there was no way McCann was going to be able to throw down to second. God, that was an awful pitch. It actually went between the batter's legs. What? I've never seen that. Eaton jumped. The ball went between his legs. Oh, God. So it's a ball. No chance at all for McCann to try to throw the runner out at second. So here we go, 2-1. Runner on second base with 1 out. Things just not going the Braves' way tonight. But if we can hold them right here, who knows what can happen. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That looked like ball 3, but thankfully the batter swung. 5 runs, 11 hits for Washington tonight. 2 runs and 5 hits for the Braves. No errors for either club. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one is hit into right field, but there's Markakis. He catches it. Runner is able to tag and move over to third, however. So there are now 2 outs and a runner on third. It's 10 o'clock in Atlanta. It's 7 o'clock on the West Coast. Thanks for being here with us. My name is A-Bomb. And so intentional walk to Anthony Rendon. He didn't even get out of the on-deck circle before the intentional walk sign went up. So now we have runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Liberty Media will hopefully let us get Craig Kimbrell or possibly maybe some other reliever. We'll see. We'll see what kind of moves are made over the next 10 days or so. There's an important deadline that passes on Monday, I think it is, where the Braves can go after Kimbrell and somehow avoid a penalty that would otherwise be assessed if we went after him right now. And I think it might have to do with the shenanigans that former GM, Coppola, made with those Latino players. You know, there was some kind of bad business that went down when the Braves got penalized, and I think it's all tied in with that somehow. And I think I might have said the wrong name. Coppola, not sure if that's the guilty guy. Yeah, it is. That's right. That was the general manager for the Braves that got fired like after less than a year because of those shady dealings with the Latino players. So we're still like paying for those sins. But somehow, if we wait till Monday and go after Kimbrell or some other reliever, we're excused from whatever that penalty would have been. And that's about my extent of the knowledge on that. Mexican might have a better handle on that than me, or possibly the Bone Crusher was mentioning something about the Latino players just a couple days ago. So it's now a 3-0 count to Soto with runners on the corners and 2 out. Got to hold him right here if we have any hope to come back. And so here's the 3-0 pitch to Soto. It is ball 4, bases loaded. We've seen this a few times tonight. Bases jammed. Here comes the human peanut. We've got a pitching change in the works, and we will be back right after these important messages. All right, the relief pitcher is in, and there's a 2-0 count to Kendrick with the bases loaded. Tomlin throws ball 3. Kendrick had the home run earlier. He's 3 for 4 tonight, and he is up in a very dangerous situation. Bases jammed, 2 outs, and a 3-0 count. And there is strike 1. It's 3-1. Okay, thanks, Mexican. Yeah, I remember hearing about this. It was kind of a big deal on local radio a couple of years ago, but then they fired the guy that did all that. But there's still some penalties that are left over from those shenanigans. All right, so it's a 3-1 count to Kendrick. The base is loaded, 2 outs. Here comes that pitch. It is hit well, but not well enough. Actually, it wasn't hit well at all. It's hit into shallow center, and the ball is caught by Acuna. So, damage avoided. In the 8th inning, we head to the bottom of the 8th in Atlanta, and the score is Washington 5 and Atlanta 2. We'll be right back. All right, back for the bottom of the 8th, and I have already got tickets to my next Braves game. And if anybody is interested in going, I will be there on Thursday, June 13th for a nooner. That's right. There is what's called the Old Businessman Special. And so I'll be there Thursday, June 13th against the Pirates for that nooner. And Freddie Freeman leads off the bottom of the 8th, and he takes a strike. It's 1-1. I'll be headed to that game with my cousin, who went to the game with me last time, a couple of weeks ago. But if anybody's interested in meeting up at the Battery for a couple of beers before the game starts, I'm definitely down for that. It's 1-2 on Freddie. He's 0 for 2. And here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside. That'll be my second game this year. And I'm hoping that the tickets that I got, I couldn't really tell. Hopefully they're in the shade. I avoided some seats in the outfield that I had last year where I just absolutely got baked out there. Man, it was so hot, and the sun was there the entire time. I was sitting out kind of in those, you can see them on your screen here, over there kind of in left center field. This time I'll be sitting hopefully under the awning over in like section 326, I think it was. 2-2 pitch to Freddie is fouled away. And Bear Claw is the pitcher. Yeah, you heard me right. If you've been to the Waffle House, you know what a bear claw is. It's that pastry with those flat almonds on it. And they put a little pat of butter and stick it in the microwave for a few seconds. Thing is damn good. Oh, and what a play by the shortstop who was playing behind second base in the shift. Threw out Freddie Freeman for out number 1. Hell of a play. That was Turner, and he robbed Freddie. But yeah, the pitcher's name is Bear Claw. That's still funny to me. He's been in the league for a couple of years, and I still laugh every time I hear that name. And it's not spelled like Bear Claw at all. It's this really long spelling. Donaldson takes the ball. He's 1 for 3. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch from Bear Claw. Swung on and missed. 82 miles an hour on that off-speed stuff. Doolittle. Another funny name for a Washington reliever. He is warming up in the bullpen. Bear Claw deals to Donaldson. Donaldson hits one that rolls all the way to the wall, and he'll end up on second. Stand-up double in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. There's a start. 13th double for Josh Donaldson. The man with the $20 million contract and the $5 haircut has doubled, and he's on second with 1 out. Markakis is the batter. Markakis 2 for 13 career against Bear Claw. And that's strike 1 to Markakis. 92 miles an hour from Bear Claw. Here's the 0-1 to Markakis. Swung and a missed. Need to get this run home. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. And Tejas says, "Is that a Walkman?" I assume that you're assume you're talking about my gear. No, this is not a Walkman. This is a $10 Walmart microphone, and it works remarkably well for $10. The 1-2 pitch is swung on a miss. Strikeout for Markakis. Here's Riley. Riley has had 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. Swung on a miss. Austin's got the average at 353. 5 home runs, 14 ribbies. Here's the 0-1. It is outside. So the young man has had 18 hits in his 13-game career. We found out over the weekend that Riley got married in November. He has a little bit of a country accent, but not too bad. I mean, part of it's that he's just so young. You know, he hasn't really, fully got his voice as he swings and misses. It's 1-2. He enjoys fishing and hunting. And even though he was born in Tennessee, I believe he was raised in the great state of Mississippi. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Bear Claw outside. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Can I turn up the game and still comment? Well, I mean, the game's up as high as I need it to be. Here's the 2-2 to Riley. This one is hit well. Back to the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Riley. 2-run bomb, number 6 for the kid. 2-out Lightning. Yes. How about Riley? Show us your O face. Oh. All right. Way to go, kid. That was a blast. High cheese, and he turned it over. Turned around on it and went yard. It's a 1-run game in the 8th inning. That's what's up. That is what I am talking about. Good to see Mayweather K7 back in. We'll take some of that country cooking any day. And here is McCann. Let's see if he can make something happen. He takes a ball with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. A-bomb with you on this Tuesday. On this short week day. Because it feels kind of like a Monday, but it's really Tuesday. And can I get a ta-dow down in the dugout from the Crusher? So Bear Claw giving up that big blast, and he's still in the game, and it's 2-0 to McCann. That one bounces up there. Here's the 3-0 to McCann. That's ball 4. 2 outs. Runner on first. Down by just a run. He represents the tying run. And that means Ozzie Albies is about to step in the batter's box. And so we've got Culberson now pinch running at first for McCann. And Ozzie Albies has the opportunity to put the Braves either ahead with some real magic or possibly a tie with an extra base hit. So here he comes. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And Bear Claw kicks and fires. That is a strike. Braves with 2 in the 4th and 2 here in the 8th. Swings and misses. It's 0-2 to Ozzie. Here's the 0-2 to Ozzie. Swung and a miss, strike 3. So the Braves go down, but not before putting up 2 big runs on an Austin Riley 2-out bomb in the bottom of the 8th inning. Way to go, son. And we'll be back for the 9th inning right after this. It's Washington 5, Atlanta 4. All right, so top of the 9th, and there's the first out. Fly out to Riley. Tomlin is still in the game with his chewing tobacco chaw. We've got 10 watching right now. Welcome on board. It is 10:26 in Atlanta Eastern Time. It is 7:26 on the West Coast. And here's the pitch from Tomlin to Dozier, and it's a ball. My name's A-Bomb. Our show's Coast to Coast. Thanks for being here. And we've got an exciting one coming down to the wire. It's Washington 5, Atlanta 4. And Dozier fouls that one away. It's 1-1. And does anybody know who's coming up in the bottom of the 9th for the Braves? Can somebody please post that here? Yeah, Strasburg has done well at SunTrust. And there's out number 2. It's a fly out to Ozzie. Career all-time Strasburg is 11-11 against the Braves. Yeah, Riley, man. What about this kid? Okay, right. So that would mean then it's the 9, 1, and 2 batters coming up. All right, we can handle that. As long as we keep them right where they are here at 5-4. It's Robles batting, and he's 1 for 3 today, and he fouls away the first pitch. This part of the game brought to you by Gorilla Glue. And there is ball 1. It's 1-1. And also brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. Go there, click on Sports Fans, and see if you can find a good deal. Here's the 1-1 to Robles. He fouls it away. It's 1-2. And Chip Carey just speculated that perhaps Johan Camargo may lead off the bottom of the 9th. And Doolittle set to come in to pitch for Washington. From Bear Claw to Doolittle. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. One-two pitch is just a little bit inside from Tomlin. We'll do it again. It's 2-2 now. Five runs, 11 hits for Washington. 4 runs and 7 hits for the Braves. And we now have a full count as that ball was outside to Robles. Nobody on, 2 out. Atlanta down by a run in the 9th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one is fouled away. We'll do another 3-2 pitch to Robles. Here comes the 3-2. Another foul. This is a hell of a battle between these two. This will be pitch number 9 to Robles in this at bat. Here comes the 3-2. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. So that takes care of Washington in the 9th. Nothing doing there. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Braves. Down by 1 run. It is Washington 5, Atlanta 4. We will be back for the exciting conclusion after these messages. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Braves country. We're in the bottom of the ninth, and Camargo will lead things off as a pinch hitter. Sean Doolittle is coming in to replace Bear Claw. Doolittle is, well, this is his 23rd game. That's about all I can tell you right now. And so here comes Camargo. He steps in, batting right-handed against Doolittle. Here it is. It's ball one. Braves just need a run to tie this thing. 2 to win. Camargo batting .210, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs in 41 games. He's 0 for 2 against Doolittle. And that's a strike. Fouled away. It's 1-1. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with us. This stream has gone 3 hours, 15 minutes. And it's not quite over yet. Here's the 1-1. And he steps off the rubber. I'm open to your music suggestion. Let's hear it. One pitch, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Doolittle looks just as Irish or Scottish as that name might sound. He's got the red hair, and the 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Well, here's the problem. So if I play any kind of song that anybody knows, it means there's a copyright on that song, and therefore I get dinged by Facebook. I cannot play any copywritten material unless I'm ready to, like, maybe cough up some money. Who knows how that goes. But that's a strikeout. Camargo is down on strikes. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out, and here comes Acuna. He could tie it up with 1 swing. I do appreciate, by the way, any music suggestions, but I just can't do it. Can't play it. I've heard of the Dixie Dregs, though. That's like a, I mean, that's old school, like college music from the 80s. I mean, that's going way back. Are you from Athens by any chance? I mean, that sounds really like similar to like an Athens band that was around way back when. Okay, so Acuna steps in. He's 1 for 4. And the first pitch is a strike. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit high. It's 1-1. All right, here's the 1-1 pitch. That is called strike 2. It's 1-2 to Acuna. Oh, yeah, I'm all about some old music, but I'm here to tell you, I don't care how old it is, YouTube will pick it up as being copywritten. All the music I play is copyright-free music. 1-2 pitch, just a little bit high. But yeah, we appreciate all of our young folks tuning in, whether you're 18 or 88. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. Doolittle gets set to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fouled away. We'll do it again. 95-mile-an-hour gas. Lots of chatter in the dugout tonight. That's how we like it. Let us know where you're watching. If you have not weighed in, hit us up in the dugout, otherwise known as the chat box. And here's the 2-2 pitch to Acuna. It is outside, 3-2. We encourage lively discussion during these games. It's exactly what we want. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Still 3-2. Acuna is up. And quite a battle going on between he and Doolittle. Here comes the 3-2 again. Swung on a miss, strike 3. High cheese got him. Braves down to their final strike. Mayweather checking in from near Houston. Thanks for being here. I'm coming at you from near Atlanta. I'm in the Atlanta suburbs, Gwinnett County to be specific. It's 10:39 where I am. Here's Dansby. He takes a strike. And the temperature at 10:39 is 82 degrees. And damn, Dansby has 3 strikeouts tonight. Hopefully he can avoid the golden sombrero. All right, we've got a fellow Gwinnetian on board. We're happy to get that. One pitch is fouled away. Braves down to their final strike. Can Dansby keep it alive, or will he end it tonight? Stay tuned and find out. We'll bring you all the scores from around the big leagues just as soon as this one goes final. Here comes the 1-2. This one is lined into left field, base hit. Dansby on first with a single. There are 2 outs, and guess who's batting? Freddie Freeman's batting. I saw Freeman walk one off. What was it, about 10 days ago? On a Saturday night against Milwaukee. That game was tied in the bottom of the 10th. This one, the Braves are down by a run in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch is high to Freddie. It's 1-0. Five run, 11 hits for Washington. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Braves. Freddie looks another ball high. On deck is Donaldson. There are 2 outs. Doolittle with his Scottish beard kicks and fires. Fouled away. It's 2-1. Donaldson would be next. Hey, we'll take any kind of combination here. 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 2-2. Braves down to the final strike again. So can Freddie keep it alive on a 2-2 count? Here it is. Swung on a missed. Strike 3. He went after a high fastball, and that'll do it. Doolittle comes in and saves it for Washington. So the unhappy score tonight from Atlanta. Your final score is Atlanta. Or I'm sorry, it is. No, Atlanta does not come first tonight. It is the Nationals 5, the Braves 4. And that's how we wrap this one up on a Tuesday night. Damn! That's all right. We'll come and get them tomorrow. This is a short 2-game series. And the Braves and Nationals will have their first pitch tomorrow night, once again at 7:20. And I plan on bringing you all of that fun right here on this channel. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to catch that game tomorrow. And I promise you a quick rundown of the scores. So here we go. It's the final. Padres 5, Yankees 4. Another final. Reds 11, Pirates 6. In Baltimore, another final. Tigers 3, Orioles nothing there. The Phillies won, unfortunately, 4-3 over St. Louis. The bottom of the 7th, the Red Sox are up 3-0 on Cleveland. It's a final in Toronto where the Blue Jays beat. It's a final in Toronto. It's a final in Tampa Bay. Where the Rays beat the Blue Jays 3-1. It was Marlins 11, Giants 3. That's the final from Miami. And at the bottom of the 7th, it is Astros 8, the Cubs 6. The White Sox beat the Royals 4-3 earlier. In the 9th inning, the Brewers and the Twins are playing. Twins are up 5-3 in that one. White Sox beat the Royals 2-1. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, it is the it's the Texas Rangers, that is, 2. Seattle Mariners, nothing. Top of the 2nd, Angels are up 2-1 over the A's. And also in the 2nd inning, it is scoreless in L.A., where the Dodgers and the Mets are playing. So, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate that so much. And we've got a lot of our regulars in the house, but if there's any new folks on board, please make sure to like and subscribe on your way out tonight. So it's A-Bomb saying good night from Atlanta, where the final score, Nationals 5, Braves 4. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, right here. Good night now. A-Bomb is out.